Welcome back to The Zone, Episode 9. I'm currently out here in Los Angeles for the League of Legends World Finals, but this week we're going to talk about Battlefield 4 and everything that I've got up to while playing that before making the trip out here.
Battlefield 4. Now, the beta's been out for a little while now. It is more or less open. I still think they technically market it as closed, but if you pre-order the game or if you had Battlefield 3 Premium, you've got access to it. It's not hard to get. So if you do want to play it for yourself, after everything I say here, go ahead and do that. But it is an early beta, you got to give them this. And I played Battlefield 3 in both alpha, beta, and then full release stages. So I know from experience from before that EA and DICE are more than happy to make some fairly significant changes, to be honest, to the way the game plays and the game modes and the maps that are already there in the beta. So do not judge this game just by this beta gameplay. Play this, get a taste for it, but still get the full game, because I guarantee you there will be some big changes in it. Now, as far as the beta goes, there's a lot that I love about this. Now, the new unlock system works very, very nicely. It's not quite as painful as it was before, and the way you rank up now also feels a lot slower. This is something I liked a lot. Battlefield 2 had a huge rank system that took ages to hit that top rank, and you couldn't even do that regularly. It wasn't a case of playing lots, top rank. It was, you get up to, I think it was like rank 150, and then ranks 151 to 155 were based on your monthly performance. So the better you did that month, the more chance you had of getting that top rank, and you'd hold that top rank for the next month until they were then recalculated again the next month over. So you had to be a good player and play consistently to really have that, and you actually had something to properly show off when you got into the game, as opposed to Battlefield 3, where you've just got straight up, oh, everyone's played a lot now, 100-star kernels all over the place. That's something that I liked. The slower ranking system is a good thing, so hopefully they'll keep that, and it's not just something they've put in for the beta to try and stop people getting really far through before the game's fully released. As for gameplay, it doesn't quite feel so fluid at the moment. It's pretty... I think the best way I've heard this described was running around feels like you're running through syrup. It's not quite smooth, it's not quite there, but once you it takes some getting used to, but once you are used to it, it's pretty easy to adapt to. Now, if I could choose, I would rather it go back to feeling more like Battlefield 3. That had a very nice movement sense in it, but if this is the way it's going to be, it's going to be. You can live with it. On top of that, it is everything Battlefield needs to be. It is good, hardcore, action-packed, run and gun fun if you want it, or of course you can take it very, very slowly, play it very, very tactically, and work as a very unique squad, easily roll over some relatively disorganized teams. Like that gameplay, that outplay, that counterplay is still in there, hard and true. I've still yet to see a use for recon at all, and it's still all just assaults engineers and supports at the moment, just everywhere. So maybe they'll see something more come through. Maybe some of the unlocks in the later stages will make recon a little bit more useful. We'll have to wait and hope. But the biggest thing that I really want to try that I haven't had a chance to do yet because it's not in the beta is the Commander mode. Now, Commander is a massive part of Battlefield in my heart. I was really sad when it wasn't in Battlefield 3, but loved it in 2. So hopefully we'll get to play with that a little bit later in the beta. Or, of course, I'll give you my thoughts on that when it comes out in the real game. And finally, the last thing I want to talk about is the Spectate mode. Now, this is the first Battlefield, if I remember correctly, that actually has a first-person portion of their Spectate mode. Now, that doesn't sound pretty groundbreaking for most, because it's been around in many, many games for a long, long time, but it's something that Battlefield has lacked for a long, long time, and it's about time that we finally have it. So that's going to make spectating this game a whole lot easier now. On top of that, they have very, very good real-time maps. You can use the battle log, the system, of course, web-based system in your browser that you use to join servers and track your stats. You can use that to bring up an interactive map, and I believe it's also going to be the same setting that the commanders will work from too, so you don't need to launch the full game to see what's going on, and you can use that to spectate and have an overview of what's going down in the game. As for whether it's going to be ready competitively, it's a little bit too early to say. I need to know some more of the maps. We need to fill out some more of the weapons at the moment, which we can't quite do in beta, but it's definitely got a lot of potential, and with this spectate mode we'll actually be able to use that and experience that potential a whole lot better than ever before. So my overall Battlefield 4, if you like Battlefield games, buy it, you'll love it, it's great. If you're a little bit on the fence about them, I'd wait for the full release, get a complete rundown of the changes that have gone through from the beta to the full release. But ultimately, I think this could be very stiff competition for the likes of Call of Duty esports. I really think if EA push this right and the support is given where it's needed, Battlefield 4 could be that first-person shooter esport we're waiting for. So guys, of course, remember, those of you that have been playing the beta and perhaps agree, disagree, or have any other thoughts, things that you think may have missed, don't forget to head over to the group, eu.alienwarearena.com/thezone, and submit your thoughts in the discussion thread that will be posted there. As I mentioned, it's a very public and open beta, so I'd imagine a lot of you are going to be able to play it. And of course, hopefully, if we get enough interest, we may be able to arrange a play session, so to speak, with lots of members of the group as and when I can find a server to make that possible. So if you are interested in playing with other members of the Zone group or with myself, do make sure to express your interest in that discussion thread too.
So that's my thoughts on Battlefield 4. Now, of course, you guys can go and play this yourself. It is a relatively open beta at the moment. All the information you need is, of course, on Origin, which is the platform Battlefield 4 is sold on. And, of course, do tune in next week as we will be playing through Dawngate with a very special guest, Pluto, from their community staff. So, thanks for tuning in this week, guys. I will see you in 7 days' time.